What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to DC Unplugged and welcome to 2025, guys. So guys, I was meant to make this video a lot earlier, but obviously Christmas and New Year's celebrations got in hand, and obviously that got blown out of proportions. But anyway, I hope you all had a beautiful and safe Christmas and New Year's. Yeah, let's crack into this video. This one's going to be a bit different to what we usually do. I'm basically we're gonna do a bit of an overview on 2024. So basically in this video, yeah, we're just gonna break over what we did in 2024, which has been fantastic. You guys have been absolutely amazing. We just reached 3,000 subscribers on the channel, which is so good. So thank you all again so much for supporting the channel, watching, doing all that sort of stuff, and giving your input and some feedback as well, because it's always great to get some feedback as well. So thank you all so very much for your support. All right, so going over last year, so we got quite a fair bit. Obviously a lot of scooters got released. I know some people, which we'll break down later on in this video, I know some people were like, wow, there's so many scooters coming out. In a brief, very quick thing, it's kind of good. I'll break down that when we get into that part, but it is good that there's quite a few different scooters coming out. But yeah, last year we did some e-bikes, which was pretty cool. Definitely different. I could tell not so many of you like that. You are more into the scooters, which is fair enough, but I like to throw those kind of things in there just to be a bit more diversity. So, but yeah, we did a lot of videos. We did a lot of the track-oriented ones, which you guys seem to really like. I know a handful of you don't, but I like to put them there as a benchmark for people that want to know a bit more head-to-head specs. So it's like go to woe essentially in a scooter form. So we've done a couple of range tests. Now personally, I don't really like doing range tests. They are so gruesome on your body, especially with the really long range scooters. They can be, I'm sure if you guys have ever done a long ride out, dude, in places you wouldn't think so. But anyway, yeah, so we did quite a few tutorials on brakes, how to change your brake pads. That one did actually really well as well. Brake fluid changes. Haven't done a tyre one yet. That will probably come in this year. I'll work out a video to make that one because it is quite intricate and tricky, but now that we have the camera we have now, should be able to get a nice a video out of that. So that should come sometime in 2024. Along with those kind of helpful tip things, it's very easy to tell that you guys loved the wheelie video. I mean, look. Ridiculous. So obviously there's a lot of you like that video. That was really cool to know too. But yeah, that's yeah, really cool. But yeah, so we did a lot of those newer scooters as well. We did, I think one of them was the Delta, the Cruiser, these are all like your more, I guess, your cheaper range scooters. The Cruiser, by the way, like I just want to side note, Cruiser, by the way, is such an underrated scooter. As much as it's like a commuting scooter, that thing is like a little weapon, and it's so light, and it's just got some great features. If you haven't watched that video, definitely go to my videos and find that. It's a great little scooter. But yeah, moving on, we had the brand new Scorpion released just recently. We did a track test on that one as well. That was really cool. Such a rad little scooter. But yeah, it definitely has a very interesting characteristic when it comes to its steering, which is different. But yeah, no, it's a really nice scooter otherwise. Really cool LEDs. I hope to see those LEDs, as I'm sure a lot of you guys would like to see the rainbow puke trickle over the rest of the scooters, because I definitely like it. It'd be cool if we could select colors instead of having it wave through, but anyway. All right, so I wanted to make this video as well to help people understand the breakdown of the two, well, pretty much the whole scooters really, the whole Dragon range. So if you guys haven't already met these guys, this is, come here, this is Forrest and this is Zeta. They're our two little birds here, and if I don't have them with me, they are going to hear, you're going to hear them in the background non-stop, trust me. Yeah, so I basically wanted to break down the scooter lineup. So when I first started YouTube and I first bought my very first e-scooter, there was actually not much of a broad range. I think the list of scooters used to go from Dragon GT, and then from Dragon GT you went to GTS, which is a single motor GTS scooter. Then it went from GTS to GTR, and then straight from there it went from GTR to GTR V2. So it wasn't actually a GTS V2 back when I first started out on YouTube. So that was pretty much the beginner category of scooters. There wasn't really much, and you kind of jumped up quite a fair bit. So then from the GTR V2 it went straight to the Predator. Wasn't out then, nor was the Raptor. So it went straight from GTR V2 straight up to the Dragon Beast, which went from I think back then, I think the GDR was 1500, I think it was, something like that, 1600, and then went straight to a $3,000 Beast, which was the Dragon Beast, and that's pretty much was the lineup. There was no Lightnings, there was no entry level or anything like that, guys. So I think yourselves lucky, because these guys have got a lot to pick from, and pretty much a nice like selection of scooters that can fit into each price category. So you go now from such a basic lineup, I think mid-tier. I think when I got into started really making these videos for these guys, I think that's when they started. I think one of the biggest videos at the time was when I introduced the Raptor, which was to sit between the Lightning, I think. So the Lightning, no, the Raptor came out and then the Lightning was after, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to double check that, but I'll put up a thing saying if I'm wrong or not, but I'm just going off pure memory now. But it was quite a few years ago. But now you're getting stuff that goes from, you know, you've got the Dragon GT, you've got the Dragon Cruiser, the Dragon Delta, GTR, the Cyclone, the GTR V2, which is still a great, fantastic little budget scooter with dual motors. Then you go straight up to places like the Raptor, the Cyclone Pro. I think they've got like another little slot before the Predator, which is filled in by the Scorpion now. Then it goes from the Scorpion up to the Predator, and then from the Predator goes up to the Lightning. Yeah, the Lightning, and then from the Lightning goes to the Beast, and then from the Beast it goes to the Hurricane. So you've got quite a really good lineup all the way up to obviously the Hurricane, which is the big daddy of the Dragons. That is a different beast on its own. Sometimes everyone's different, but yeah, I sometimes don't recommend that scooter for beginner riders, just because it is quite a powerful scooter, and in the wrong hands it can become quite lethal. Yeah, so the breakdown of all the scooters is just to build up, so then that way there's a scooter for every price category. And if you're not happy, like let's say in that price lineup, if you're not happy with a Dragon GTR or a Dragon GT, where it's really low down on the price, I think that scooter's around about the $500 to $600, and you want to, but you can maybe budget in a little bit more, and you can go up to something like the Dragon Cruiser, for instance. That is a fantastic scooter. I know I've touched on that one, but that one really is the underdog. I believe I'm surprised that I haven't seen a lot of those, because they are actually really good. Definitely test ride one. Obviously it lacks suspension in the rear, but everything else on it is really, really cool. But anyway, so yeah, it's got a budget there for everyone, which from Bikescooter City is a fantastic way to go about things. So there's just something there for everyone in every price category and every riding style, whether that just be simple commuters or like a commuter like the Delta, the commuter with a bit more fancy stuff and suspension and some cooler lights and whatnot. So there's just cool things for everyone and every budget, even if you have to save that extra couple of weeks. So which is fantastic. I think that's what a time to be alive, considering when I first started out doing YouTube there was like 4 scooters to choose from the Dragon area, and then slowly over time they started releasing dual motor variants and bigger and better scooters, and then the Lightning came out, which is a lot of you guys were attracted to the channel because of that. Hint hint, there might be another Lightning coming to DC Unplugged soon, but we won't go on that one too much. Yeah, so that then leads us straight into to the predictions for 2025. Now this is a really cool topic. These are definitely not set in stone. These are just my predictions of what I've seen in the past and common like things that happen. So I think personally the Dragon GT might become discontinued. That might be a scooter that is no longer existing, considering the Cruiser is arguably like way better than that, and it's still a really fairly cheap scooter. Yeah, that could possibly be a drop off from that scooter. Don't know. There's a couple of other scooters in there that I'd like to think of that are worthy mention. So like the Raptor, I think the Raptor might either be 1A getting discontinued or 2 getting a nice facelift. I predict for 2025, whether that be in the very late part of 2025. What else? I know I have been hinted a little bit that there is another scooter coming soon. Where that falls in that category of scooters, I have no idea. I've been told to be quiet, but I can say to you there is a new scooter coming. I just don't know where in the category lineup of scooters is where it's going to sit. It'd be very interesting to know. What else? I think that's pretty much wrapping it up. I would like to see something bigger and faster than the Hurricane. That'd be pretty cool. I reckon that'd be pretty sick and like really cool. I'd really like that. Oh, you good? You good? Me? Yeah. So that's pretty much a wrap on this video, guys. I just thought I'd run over some parts of the year that we've ran through, as well as some really cool stuff with just what's coming into play. There's going to be a new video coming very soon about the Hurricane that I currently own. It's actually clocked over 3,000 kilometers, so we'll have a 3,000 kilometer review pretty much almost nearly straight after this video. So yeah, so there's a couple of things that I'd like to just say at the end of this video too, guys. I don't know, there's one person on there that hates me saying it, but if you like this kind of channel, you like this kind of content, definitely leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, thank you guys all so much for your support over pretty much every year, and especially 2024. It's been a hard one for me. There's been quite a lot of stuff happening in the background that is more of a personal thing, and yeah, I just really like to say I thank you and appreciate your support within the channel. While these guys are chewing on my hair, yeah, with the channel, and I really do appreciate everything and every single one of you, no matter if it's bad comments or taking the piss or just in general, just being there, which has been fantastic. So thank you all so much. Sorry to get a bit soft and soggy at the end of the video, but nah, it's been fantastic, and the love and support's been absolutely amazing. And let's carry it on into 2025. I have a lot of things that I have planned. We're going to see some old projects actually come back to the channel. So we're looking at getting Wattster, if you guys remember that. Wattster will be coming back and probably finished this year. Project Claptrap, which I know a lot of you guys wanted to see, that could be making a return. There's just a lot of intricate, hard details to make that scooter what I want it to be. So if you guys don't know any of those, just scroll down, and they're quite old videos, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get those two cracking this year, which would be awesome. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video when we review the 3,000 kilometer Hurricane. So hang in there, guys. I wish you all well, and we'll see you all in the next video. See you then.